guys, so today's video is going to be all about Beauty Bakerie. I recently made, well, not like super recently, but I made a huge order on Beauty Bakerie. I got so many things. I got the foundation, I got the flour powder, I got the blending sponges, which are amazing. I got the eyeshadow palette, I got some face palette. I pretty much got everything for a full face. The only thing I was missing was a bronzer and a concealer. So I have like a full face of makeup here, guys. It's gonna be a full face of first impressions. I haven't tried anything out. I have been waiting for this video. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really nervous about the foundation because I saw Talia do a review and like a first impressions on this, and it looked pretty bad on her skin, and she has dry skin at the moment and I have dry skin, and I feel like this might not work for me, but I'm gonna give everything a fair chance. I love this brand. I love everything about this brand. I think they're so unique, so creative. Like, look at this. Look at this eyeshadow palette. Do it for the gram. Blending eggs. Look at these blending eggs. These are beauty blenders. Let me open it. It literally comes a bunch of them in a little carton. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna do my eyes first. And they do have a primer for your eyes. Where is it? But it's more of a glitter primer. This is the Sprinkles Glue Glitter Sealant. So I'm just gonna be using my concealer as my eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna take this color right here, and I'm gonna start using this color in the crease. This will be my transition shade. By the way, guys, if you're not familiar with Beauty Bakerie, they have a very obvious theme going on with the brand. Everything is about baking and baked goods and cookies and ice cream, and oh, I just love the vibe of this brand. It's so freaking cute. And I really wanted to do this video, especially after the whole Huda Beauty drama. Huda Beauty recently released like an easy bake powder, and the whole marketing for that powder was very, very similar to Beauty Bakerie. And I'm always the first person to be like, wow, everybody thinks everybody copies everybody. There are a lot of brands that are just doing the exact same thing, don't get me wrong, but like the whole marketing of that powder was just too much like Beauty Bakerie. I actually tried that Huda Beauty powder, and I'm not saying this just because of the whole drama. It's not my favorite. It's very, very thick. It's the kind of powder that you'll like if you want like a full heavy glam look. Now I'm gonna go into this amazing like orange red shade. I've been dying to try this eyeshadow since I opened this palette, and I'm pretty much gonna do the exact same thing. Pretty much put this on my entire lid except for the inner corners here. Then I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna, which color? Okay, I'm gonna take this color all over my lid. Oh, there's a fly in here, do you see it? Now I'm just gonna blend everything in the crease, make sure there are no harsh lines. Okay, I kind of wanna add this color to my lid. I just think it looks really pretty with the red, like right next to each other. I don't know. Sure. I kind of feel like the red is taking away from the blue and it's looking more brown on my eyes, but that's okay, we're going for it. Just gonna blend that out in the crease. Oh my gosh. I think once we clean everything up, this look is actually gonna be pretty cool. For highlight, I'm taking this color right here. And now I'm gonna take a wipe. Just clean up that mess. Okay, so it's been like an hour. I was starving filming this video and I couldn't take it anymore, so I had some lunch. Porter. So I'm sorry, and then I spilled what I was eating all over my outfit, and then I had to change my outfit. So I just threw on the first thing I saw on my dresser. And we are back to finish the face. It's so freaking hot in here. I just turned down the AC. Summer in Miami, guys. Summer in Miami. Gotta shave my armpits. Okay, where was I? Foundation. I'm gonna be taking the Beauty Bakerie Cake Mix Demi Matte Foundation. It's vegan, long-lasting, non-acnegenic formula, so I'm assuming this is not gonna break you out. Look how cute this is. Comes in like a little box. Oh my god. And this has like a little door. It is like the cutest thing. So I purchased one shade, and I'm pretty sure that when you buy a foundation off of the Beauty Bakerie website for like the first time, that they send you 2 of them. Cause I only bought one and I got 2 in the mail. Are they the same color? No, they're different colors. I think they send you like another option. So I have the shades 47 and 53. The higher the number goes, the lighter the foundation goes. So 47 is gonna be a little bit deeper. I think I'm gonna go with 47. I have a little tan going on. And on the back of the box, it kind of shows you what you need because this is a foundation you kind of have to work with. It says you will need the baking oil, which I do have. It's the Beauty Bakerie baking oil for the face. So cute, I love that. I love how it has the little instructions, just like a freaking cake mix. Adorable. I'm gonna take a few drops of the Wake and Bake baking oil on my fingers. I'm gonna take another layer of that oil just cause mama needs the oil. I want my face to look very greasy, like a nice frying pan. It says to give it a minute or two to absorb into the skin. Let me go wet my little blending egg. I'm not gonna lie, this does feel pretty stiff. So let's see. It does still feel pretty stiff. It's a little stiffer than I'm used to, but it did double in size, as you can see. It doesn't feel like a sponge I'm gonna love. So we're gonna try it anyway. Oh, this is gonna be too light for me. That's okay, we'll fix it with bronzer. Well, it's not gonna be that light. Oh my gosh, the sponge is hard. I don't love this sponge. I will say though, because it feels like so stiff and flat and it doesn't feel very spongy, I feel like this will give you more coverage than a beauty blender or like a typical foundation sponge. So maybe if you're looking for like a full coverage sponge, this could be it, because it doesn't really feel like any of the foundation is being swallowed by the sponge, you know? No, this is actually a pretty good match. Oh my gosh, this is drying on the back of my hand and it's looking so matte. Holy shiz. Bad idea trying to see if I could build it, because I feel like adding a second layer here just took off that coverage. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be a lot worse. It doesn't look great. I will say when I tried to build it up on this side, it didn't work. But it's not as bad as I thought. I think the oil really did help a lot, but it's pretty matte. When I touch my face, I do not feel it at all. And usually when I put on an oil primer, no matter what foundation I put on top, you can still kind of feel it. No, like I don't feel it. This is matte. I just really don't like how it looks on my cheeks here, but you know, it doesn't look that bad. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my entire face before I finish up the eyes. Why not? Let's try something new. I'm gonna go in with my concealer. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I'm starting to really like this concealer, and I can just picture Gabby's face right now because she always says that I hate things before I love them. But I was like, oh, I don't like it. It's not as good as my Shape Tape, but man, I have been using it a lot recently and testing it out, and I really like it, I think. And that's kind of like how I feel about the Hourglass powder, the new like veil powder. At first I was like, you know, I have a bunch of powders. It's not that serious. It's not that good. It's like, okay. No, I think it's pretty freaking amazing now. It's a hot mess express in here. You guys have no idea. Okay, now I'm gonna go into this cute little guy. This is the Flower Setting Powder. It comes in a freaking little flower bag. It gives you little baking tips and everything. We are not gonna be baking today because my dry skin does not need it, but I got the translucent one. They have a few different tones. I think they have like a banana one and everything. It has really pretty packaging. It has like a little sifter. I'm gonna pop some of that onto the cap. I'm using this NYX tapered brush. Look at the difference. How dewy my skin looks here. Now matte. It made my skin look very poreless though. It really smoothed out my skin. Wow. It is a little bit too matte for me, but you guys, I have very dry skin, so I'm probably not the best candidate for all these products. I think with a different combination of products, I might really like this powder because my skin just looks so airbrushed right here. But when I went a little bit more down here, like where the foundation meets the concealer, it just looks very dry there now where I put the powder. And man, I really do not like how my nose looks right now. But that's because the foundation I have on is super matte anyway. So this super matte foundation and this super matte powder was not a good combo on my nose. But anyway, let's move on. My videos are always a million years long, so embarrassing. I'm gonna contour the skin with my Thrive Causemetics Rhea bronzer and my Wayne Goss 14 brush. I have like a dry patch right here of this foundation. You have to make sure you're blending everything because you'll find like little patches of this foundation where it's like dried. Okay, so I picked up this palette and maybe I shouldn't have because This is too deep for my skin tone, but I thought it was so freaking cute and I could use these as eyeshadows. This is the Beauty Bakerie Cocoa and Coffee palette. No, Coffee and Cocoa palette. And it comes with these beautiful, stunning, like cheek deliciousness. I feel like these would make gorgeous freaking eyeshadows. And yes, this is a lot for just like 4 eyeshadows for me. But still, these are colors I love wearing on my eyes. So it was so worth it for me. But I'm gonna take a little bit of Deja Brew. I love these names. And I'm gonna bronze my skin a little bit. I'm gonna take the all over powder brush from Thrive Causemetics. This is like brand new. I've never tried it before. They just sent it to me, so I'm very excited. I'm very nervous. Okay, that's very pigmented, but very pretty. Okay, so I really like that. That added like a little bit of warmth to the skin. For blush, I'm gonna go into this palette. This is the Scoops Elysees. I feel like I'm saying that completely wrong. Scoops Elysees, something like that. It's French. It comes with really pretty blushes and this beautiful highlight. So I'm gonna try these. I'm actually gonna mix these 2 colors together. Whoa. Whoa. French Tart is very pigmented, which I don't hate, not gonna lie, but with this eye look, I look a little crazy. I'm gonna take this shade for my highlight. Ooh. Wow, that is beautiful. And that just melted right into the skin. And I'm not gonna lie, while I was picking it up, I was like, oh, this is gonna look so textured on this matte ass foundation. Because I really hate how highlight looks on matte foundation, at least on me, obviously. But this highlight just melts right into the skin. Like the formula is so smooth. It's so buttery. Wow, I love this. I see myself using this a lot. I just don't see myself ever using this blush. But the rest of these shades, totally. Okay, so I had started on my eye and I didn't even realize I wasn't recording, but I just took this color on a pencil brush and just smoked that on my lower lash line. And then I already started this step, but I'm taking the red color and I'm dragging that across. Then on that same brush, I'm gonna go into the Coffee and Cocoa palette and I'm gonna take Anti-Depresso and just smoke the lower lash line with this shade. I'm taking that color all the way in, but I'm mainly focusing it on the outer corners. And then what I'm actually gonna do is take that same shade, Anti-Depresso, and pack that color on my lid here on the outer corners. This color would look stunning all over the lid like a smoky eye. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm gonna do? This might completely ruin the look. I wanna intensify the lid shade. I wanna make it like a lot more intense. So I'm gonna take the glitter glue. This could be an epic fail, but I'm gonna rub some on the back of my hand and then just lightly. And I'm gonna go back into that bluish shade and see what happens. Yes. Exactly what I pictured. I'm gonna take the highlight we used on my face and I'm gonna highlight my inner corners with this color. Okay, really quickly, I'm gonna take a little bit more of this Anti-Depresso shade, intensify the outer corners. I'm gonna curl my lashes. The mascara they have is called the Oh Shiz is waterproof. I didn't notice that. I hate waterproof mascara. This has the cutest little name, by the way, the Eyelash Icing. It says it's smudge proof, lengthening, and volumizing. You've never seen a blacker black than this. Oh, okay. So I am noticing that it's making my lashes longer for sure. I'm assuming this is gonna need a few coats though. It feels very thin and like I'm going to hate removing this. That's what it's feeling like. I've been here for a hot minute. Trying to get these lashes thicker. Maybe it's good for like your lower lashes since it's smudge proof and waterproof, but for your top lashes, I do not like it. Okay, so now we just need our lips. I bought 2 of their liquid lipsticks. These are the Smudge Free Lip Whips. I got this shade right here. This like really pretty mauve. And then one that's more nude, obviously. I'm gonna go with the more nude for this look. Okay, so I'm just gonna give that a second to completely dry down. It does feel very thick, like if it's gonna dry sticky, but let's see. Okay, this is what I was worried about. It is one of those sticky liquid lipsticks. I don't know, I think I might need to let it dry even more. It's been 3 minutes. I feel like this was so my fault. I just made that so ugly. I think I pressed my lips together too early, like I don't think it was dry yet. Okay, so now that I've tried all the products, I'm gonna give you my quick first impressions on everything. I love this brand. I think they're so unique and I cannot wait to see more products they come out with. I really like this eyeshadow palette. I like the color selection a lot. Everything blended really nicely, and if it wasn't because I had a million trillion palettes already, I would totally see myself using this over and over again. The foundation I don't love. I personally think my skin is too dry for this foundation. It was clinging to some of my dry areas, but I'm very curious to see how this works with other foundations because I don't think my face looks cakey. It just looks dry in certain parts. So if this lasts a really, really long time, it would be cool to see how this works with my Luminous Silk or certain foundations that I find are a little bit too dewy or too like slippy for me throughout the day. It's called the Cake Mix foundation. I feel like I'm gonna be mixing it a lot with other foundations. So I don't know, I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna see how I feel when I use that more. I really like this face oil. I feel like I would have absolutely hated this if I would have used it without this. So I feel like this is a necessity. I also did enjoy the flower powder when it was directly on top of my Too Faced concealer. I didn't like how this looked on top of this, but underneath the eyes, it smoothed out my skin really nicely. It kind of blurred my pores. I really, really like how airbrushed this makes the skin. I cannot wait to use this with other foundations. I'm very excited. Another thing I was gonna say about the foundation that I do like, it hasn't sunk into my lines yet, and that's incredible. I mean, it's probably because it's so matte and I never wear matte foundations, but that's impressive. And then I absolutely loved these palettes. I mean, I only used 1 shade in this one, so actually no, I used 2 shades. I used this as a bronzer. Kind of. Out of everything I tried today, this is my favorite just because I was blown away with this highlight. I think it's so blinding, but yet it looks like your skin. Oh, I love it. And then I also love this blush combo. I'm gonna keep this on my vanity and use this all the time. I freaking love this. This mascara just didn't do it for me. I have so many mascaras that are cheaper than this that work better. I just feel like all it did was lengthen. It didn't really give me much volume, and I don't know, it just didn't do enough for me. I don't love this sponge. I feel like it is a little bit too stiff. It's not squishy enough, it's not soft enough or like porous enough, spongy enough. It's too hard. I do not like this liquid lipstick at all. I mean, as you can see, my lips look crazy. The color is really nice, but I don't love the formula and I just don't picture myself like buying more colors. Okay guys, so that completes this video. Those were my overall thoughts on Beauty Bakerie. Leave me a comment down below if you want me to do these kinds of videos with other brands where I test out a bunch of makeup from one specific brand that I've never tested out before. You know, a brand that's newer to me. Let me know if that's something you want to see here on my channel, and if that's the case, let me know what brands you're interested in. But that completes this video guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.